One of my first memories ever started on the bus. I vaguely remember sitting next to my babysitter, Barb. She was weird. She obviously needed the money from taking care of me, but hated the job, so it wasn't always super fun with her. I was so happy when we walked into the packed Granville Island Market. It was full of laughter and joy, but Barb never cracked a smile. Not even when we watched The Comedian, who I thought was the funniest man in the world. She never cracked a smile, not even when people would come up to her gushing about how cute I was, or when I hugged her knees so tightly for buying me a donut. It baffled me but I was young, so I didn't give it much thought. We walked through the busy crowd of the seating area to the courtyard. I automatically ran around chasing the pigeons with all the other kids there while the parents stood around watching us and chatting. I got so preoccupied following this one little guy with a broken wing that I completely forgot about Barb. I guess she realized this too, and used the opportunity to silently slip away, not a soul noticing her disappearance. Once I realized I was all alone, I set out to find her. I happened to look up, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw her sitting on the ledge of a balcony, looking out to sea on the top floor of one of the buildings. Just around the corner from all the happiness and laughter, Barb was crying, looking longingly out at the sea. She looked down, seeing my confused face, and then she jumped. I have such a vivid memory of that mournful morning. As I walked to school, the sun beamed down from the sky, highlighting the crisp, frozen grass. I remember seeing the glimmering ground, each blade reflecting a different colored sparkle, and how ecstatic it made me. I was surprisingly hopeful for that day as I walked down the sidewalk towards school. I'd walked that way so many times, and every time I would start out hopefully, but as I walked, it would feel as if Barb was pulling the joy out, feeding on my happiness. It was the same sidewalk where she had held my hand while walking me to school so many times. Now, as I walked alone, all I could see were visions of her taking her own life. But today was different. Birds flew around me chanting their songs, almost telling me to keep walking. Trees swung around in the breeze. It looked as if they were waving to me. Each crunch of frost as I took another step forward made my heart jump. Because I had hoped that day. Looking back on it now, I see how foolish I was being. I was in class when it happened. My hands had finally defrosted and I was staring at the weather outside. I was daydreaming about how it was the perfect day, painfully freezing but so sunny you would hope it would get warm. My thoughts were interrupted by Miss Davidson calling my name. I spun around worried I would get in trouble for dozing off. Something worse had happened, it was clear. My whole body sank as I saw the sympathy in her eyes. Stupid, stupid me, I thought. How happy I had been this morning. Every molecule of my body shook with hot rage. I didn't deserve more of this. I couldn't take more loss. After they had told me the news, everyone stared, waiting for me to cry. I had spent too many days of my life crying. Nothing could come out. They must have thought I was deranged, a 10-year-old boy not being able to cry over their dead grandmother. I also waited. I waited patiently for my cheeks to get wet with warm, salty tears. It was a feeling I was so used to I almost started to miss it. Soon, I realized I wouldn't cry over this, or much of anything anymore, because I had gone numb. I stopped feeling anything at all. No remorse, no guilt, no joy, nothing. After Grandma died, I would still go every evening to watch Tivanier Park, where she and I used to meet by the duck pond. Grandma and I would sit and talk for hours, never mind the subject. The best thing about her was that she was such a good listener and really knew how to make me feel better. One day, when I was walking through the park, I felt a change in the air. Everything appeared the same, yet something was off. I had a sense that someone was watching me. I took a quick look around, but no one was there, so I continued along the path towards the pond. As I neared the pond, I noticed someone walking towards me. A tall man, dressed head to toe in white. The harsh white of the figure stood out starkly from the surrounding natural colors of the park. Though the appearance of this man struck me as odd, I carried on to my destination. When I was just a few feet from the man, he quickly pulled out an object from inside his jacket pocket, and I felt a searing pain shoot through my chest. My legs buckled, and I immediately fell to the ground. My vision started to blur, and the last thing I saw was the man in white before everything went black. When I came to, I found myself in an all-white room lying in an all-white bed dressed in a white hospital gown. As I tried to get up, I realized all my limbs had been strapped to the bed. I looked around the ghostly room to see my sisters peering anxiously through the tiny window of the door. Their lips were moving, but I couldn't make out what they were saying. Then I saw an authoritative-looking man come into view. The more the man spoke, the more distressed my sisters looked. They would occasionally look through the tiny window at me with sorrow in their eyes. It's been 2 years since my sisters left me here to rot, and all I'm asking for is my freedom back. You see, I'm not really insane. I can't believe my sisters committed me. They don't know what I've been through.